These guys have spent the better part of their lives with people telling them that they can't do something, that they're nothing, that they weren't worth the time.
Students have told me I thought I was just, a drug dealer. That's the only message anyone ever gave me. That was the only possibility I saw for my life.
They're treated like a problem. They're treated like the scum of society.
In addition to whatever else I'm doing in the very little time I have with them, to not reinterpret that narrative, but to destroy that narrative and give them a different one. You are something. You are worth it.
It was an experience that I had been wanting to have for a few years. It was, I would say, everything that I had hoped that it would be and more.
I didn't have any fears going into this experience. I was more so excited for the opportunity, something to expand my base of experiences and an opportunity for me to learn.
In the third or fourth week, the students handed in their first written assignment. And I had given them a pretty clear list of instructions, explained how I would grade their assignment. They all handed them in. And on one of the papers that I found really wonderful, I wrote at the bottom, "This is as good a college essay as I have ever seen." And he got a straight A. And I meant it. And I've graded hundreds of papers in my professional life. And he came up to me after the class, held that paper, pointed at my comment, and said, "Do you really mean that?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And a light went on in his eyes that shone the rest of the semester. I think for the first time he realized, I can really do this.
Some things that I've learned about myself through this program is that I'm a person who's determined, I'm studious, and I love helping other people. That's a passion. That's something that wakes me up every morning. Even in places like prison, you can find purpose. And so that's just something that I have a fire for, and I want to keep that fire going. So,
Education is humanizing when it works. Most had not experienced the kind of dignity of being treated as a human. When they get in the classroom, the professors treat them like humans. They have names, and those names are used. And when they heard their name in class, it was the only time they heard their name all week.
It's this third presence in the room, like this desire for information is pulling from some type of a giant magnet. They want everything they can get from you. And the questions are coming, and the dialogue is vigorous. And they are so thirsty for knowledge. And there's an awareness that they didn't get this chance before. They either didn't get it before, it wasn't available to them, or they had it and they squandered it. But this time, they're not gonna do that. So they're all in.
One thing that impressed me about the HWPEP is the quality. This is a program that's carefully administered by folks who are reaching for the very top standard. This is a program that is providing college-level BA degree training with all of the quality standards in place. And students just light up and start thriving insofar as they're able in that very stressful environment when they realize that they're being respected. And that's a very powerful sort of culture shift within the prison, is when these students feel respected.
Prison isn't somewhere we would choose to be, ideally, and naturally they're there for reasons that are not ideal, and they really want to take these experiences and make the best of them. And I think by pursuing this educational opportunity, they're doing just that, and they seem very genuine in their efforts.
Historically, in the United States, Black people, it was against the law, generally speaking, to teach them how to read and write. And I said to the students, any authority figure or regime that's trying to keep education out of the hands of its citizens is doing so not because they think it's a bad idea, but because they know the inherent transformative power of education. That when people's minds are trained, they cannot be led around in the darkness.
There are so many more opportunities available to you with a college degree than there would have been otherwise. And I've said this before, prison does not define who you are. You define who you are. And even in here, it doesn't matter if you're here 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, for the rest of your life, you can still be a productive citizen in society, whether that society's here or that society's out of there. And you can be a better person. College will make you a better person.
I think for professors who sort of have it in the back of their mind, should I teach at the prison or shouldn't I? I think that you will be very surprised at what the teaching experience is like on the inside. I think you will be very surprised at how it will start to inform the way that you are teaching students on the other campus. I think that you have a lot of joy waiting for you.
These men, they're not charity cases. They don't see themselves as being charity cases. They know who they are, they know what they did, they know where they are and why they're there. They're very clear on that. So if you're coming to save someone, don't come. If you're coming to engage with another human being of equal stature with yourself, contextual circumstances notwithstanding, who's looking for another way to improve themselves, to live a better life. If that's what you want to do, then go do it then. This is about them.
The relationships you will build with these students will be unlike any relationships you have with your traditional students. Students will explicitly tell you when you're in the classroom with them, this is changing my life.
The gift that it was to me was so significant and so life-giving. It was deeper than I expected. And I'm really grateful for that.